nobody's coming to get you.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming to save you. I heard it on another podcast, or I think it was like an Instagram reel. But the moment that a boy becomes a man is when he realizes that nobody's coming to save him.
Exactly.
And he's got to do it himself. And I don't think that there's anything more, empowering for a dude at least than that. Than to know that it's like nobody's coming to get you. You got to do this yourself. But then that's like also the most freeing thought, because you don't have to rely on anybody else to pull your own weight except you. How's it going, everybody? John Grogan here with the Rewind podcast. It has been a while since we've done one of these, but we're back, me and Edgar, with our associate Matt. Since it's been a while since we've done one of these, we're just trying to get the flow of how this is going to go. But Matt, I would say go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us who you are.
Hey, I'm Matt. I am a member of the sales team, field supervisor. So helping get our new recruits kind of on board with everything, kind of how integrate them into the company and make sure they're getting everything done.
Yeah.
So Matt, he's one of our, I would say, newer hires. I mean, you've been on the team for quite some time. I mean, overall, as far as, 6 months?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Started about January, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Matt he's head of our sales division right now. I mean, he's worked his way up. He's shown his leadership skills, his ability to sell, and his ability to just,
I like John said, it's been a while, so it's kind of nice to get back in the groove of things. We've been swamped. We've been training. We've been selling. We've been building, and it's been fun, this whole process, and then just seeing your growth to get to this point, leaving your job and, committing to this and doing what you're doing. So it's really cool to see it, and I'm really excited to where we're going, and you kind of leading the pack. But yeah, no, it's just been crazy. I don't even know where to start. I guess, what has it been? What's been going on in the last couple months? Kind of going to your...
I think that it's been, both of us have been on like two completely separate wavelengths as far as what's been happening. It's funny that we both work at the exact same company, our company, and see each other like 1-2 times a week, something like that, if much. That. And even Matt, like I can tend to be a ghost. Like I'll just go and do my thing and forget to check in with people and talk to you guys over the phone every once in a while. But yeah, it's been a whirlwind of sales, of taking care of jobs from last year. I would say my focus as far as this year has just been mainly just cleaning up things from last year, things that I could have done better that have presented themselves as issues this year and stuff. That's what I've been doing. What have you guys been up to?
Yeah, what have you been up to, Matt? Besides killing it.
I was about to say, just kind of helping out our new recruits kind of get on board with everything.
Yeah.
We've hired 2 new guys. One of them's been with us for a little over a month now, and he's doing great as well. So just kind of keep him on the upwards trajectory, and then we have a new hire that we just hired this last week that I'm gonna keep working with him, try to get him same upward trajectory as the other guy. So
yeah,
I think it'll be really nice.
Yeah, no, it's been nice. Your girlfriend recently joined our team as well.
She did.
My wife currently works with us as well, and it's been really cool to see like the different changes of things we had to change to where we are now, and we're excited for what's to come, and then kind of getting this going again, because it's been, our videographer's probably like, man, you guys kind of suck with scheduling, but we're getting back on it. I guess, Matt, we'll just go into you a little bit. You've been killing it recently with sales. I know you started, first kind of generating leads at the beginning, kind of getting to know the process, and then moving into an outside field supervisor. What has it been for you kind of working?
Can I just say something? Because I want to set the tone for people that don't know Matt and what he did and what he sacrificed to come on board with us. He came, similar to what we have done, but he really made the sacrifice and the jump to a pretty much all commission-based position from a full-time, paying job to an area where he didn't have a whole lot of expertise in sales, and he's really thrived. So I just want to set the tone with that as far as what you've done, because I know you're going to underplay yourself. So
probably a little bit, but honestly, it was kind of a whirlwind, because I remember I had you guys had first interviewed me, like 2 years ago, I think, and I had turned down the position because I just wasn't ready. I wasn't there yet to make that jump in my life. But after a while, I'm sure everyone out there who's listening, everyone who's worked retail jobs before, you guys can all, relate to the fact that it's kind of a slog sometimes, like, day in, day out, doing the same thing for, barely any pay, not really feeling like you're getting what you're worth, where as this position, you only get out what you put into it, right? And I feel like there's a lot of industries and stuff that you put in kind of more than what you get out, but in this industry, it almost feels like you get out more than what you put into it, which it's been really nice for me to see that all my hard work and kind of dedication has kind of come full circle and come my way back, not just with money, but with life experience and kind of, becoming a better person overall. I think I'm most grateful for that, is just helping me keep my head on straight. Making sure I'm, doing everything I need to get done.
Yeah. And congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you.
The things you've been doing. Yeah, it's really cool.
I know we've got your wife in the office, and we've got your girlfriend in the office. If we ever need a biochemist, we can call my fiance.
That's funny.
She's amazing, but
she outsmart us all.
Oh,
let's not do that.
She'd make us all feel stupid.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was the most, I don't want to say nerve-wracking, but most exciting part of my life so far is getting to propose. That was, we've been together for almost 10 years, known each other for almost 10 years. It's been a little bit of a whirlwind, sorry. Just the motions leading up to that day. I think I came in and told you guys, hey, it's happening this weekend. I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Got the ring, got everything going, and
you did?
Yeah, I finally did it. I know my cat Beans helped me out a little bit with that. Even though he didn't want to cooperate fully, but he got the hang of it.
Yeah.
Got the letter to her and everything. But I'm just stoked to honestly start this next chapter of my life with with the company, with my fiance Anna. Love her very much. So I'm just stoked overall for everything that's kind of headed my way soon.
Yeah, you talked a little bit about, you said that, there's just two completely different positions between what you're doing now. And I've known that for a while because I've done the same thing. I think both me and Edgar did do the same thing when we made the transition from an employee-based position to a more of a commission-based position where it's not like, me and my buddies have talked about it. It's like, you can go in, put in, 8-hour days, put in 100% effort, and you make the same as days that you go in and you put in 25% effort. But what have been I mean, as far as you, like how you've changed as a person, you said you've really grown. What have been like some of the major, because there's a lot of people, I'm sure, out there, people who are maybe thinking about making that switch to a sales position, or they just don't even know the, the potentialities, with that. What do you say one of the biggest differences or things that you could give other people advice in that?
I mean, I think the biggest difference, like I said before, was the, sorry, my brain stopped there. But okay, let's start over. So you're never really going to be ready to make that full jump. You kind of just got to throw yourself into it, because that's why I didn't take it 2 years ago. I was like, I'm not ready. I'm not mentally in the right space, financially, anything. But I wasn't either when I made the jump this time, and everything worked out just because I refused to let myself fail. You guys refused to let me fail. And I'm thankful for you guys for that. But yeah, I mean, I think the biggest difference is probably just, again, like I said, you get more out of it than what you put into it. But if you don't put anything into it, you don't get anything out of it. And I think I've been blessed so much in since from meeting tons of amazing homeowners and just being able to talk to people. Because I think that's the part of retail, like an hourly job is, you have to talk to people, but it's pretty restrictive. Whereas in this position, not that you can say whatever you want, right? You don't want to go cursing up a storm in somebody's house, but there's a little bit more freedom to it. And you truly feel like it's your own position, your own job, and your own choices that are affecting it, rather than, corporate said we need to hit these numbers, we need to do this and that. I think that's probably my favorite part about the position. It's kind of, it feels freeing, more capable.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree with that. It's funny that you say that you get out of it. You're getting out of it more now than what you've put into it, because it's funny that you say that, because it's sometimes it's not that way, for a lot of people, they go for, days and, weeks, months, years on end, and it just doesn't pan out for them. but it's funny. It reminds me of it's called the Paro Distribution. Have either of you guys heard of that?
I think you've mentioned it before.
Yeah, I mentioned it before. It's funny because it like is literally like encompasses like all the laws of like nature and everything like that, where it's like even like the Bible points it out, where it's like, those who have, more will be given, those who have nothing, like more will be taken away, which is interesting. But like even like it's basically like when you like start to excel and start to progress and start to succeed, it's like an uphill curve, like a straight narrow shot upward, where same thing, like as you're failing, it's not like a slowly degression. It's like fail, then you're done.
Oh, absolutely. It's I mean, the first month or two of this job, it was, I wouldn't say it was like a slog or slow or anything, but I just didn't have my foothold yet. I didn't really know exactly what I was doing, but because of your guys' amazing training, I was able to excel. But I mean, you guys answered kind of every question that I could have, and it was never I don't know. You guys took the time to explain everything to me, which is truly when I feel like I kind of began my upward trajectory, my upswing, as it were. And I mean, because it just felt like I would talk to a few people here and there, didn't really have the mindset to, just kind of get after it. But then after a month or two, it was like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I know what the steps are. I know step 1, step 2, step 3. And it's just, let's just do it. Let's just get it done. Mm-hmm. And I think that's kind of the attitude you have to have in any kind of sales position, is just do it. Just get it done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also understanding when to kind of, not put your energy towards something that's not going to end up working out.
Yeah. I think there's been, like on my end, it's been really cool to watch everybody kind of just fit into their positions and kind of take over their ownership of what, you guys are doing, everybody's doing, and just you kind of see it, and it's like, hell yeah, like this is what we've been striving for, like no negativity, no like questioning, just like we're all on the same mission, we're all after your goals as much as we are after our goals. And just seeing you when you first came in and we set your goals for the year, you brought up you wanted a truck, you brought up that you wanted to get engaged to your girlfriend at the time, and eventually you want to make X amount of money and also buy a home and all this stuff. And I remember, John, specifically, you were setting your goals like down here, and John was like, how about you reach for a little while?
Yeah, because I reached for the stars,
you can
man.
do a little bit more than that. I know that you can.
I think part of that was honestly just me not having as much confidence in myself as I do now. I think, again, maybe it was just part of the retail industry. Maybe it's just life, kind of what I've been through that kind of knocked me down a little bit. But
people in general tend to cap themselves off it's really like, we were literally just talking about this a little while ago with what the previous companies that we have worked for in the past and where they set our goals compared to what we realized that the rest of the industry was doing. Mm-hmm. They set our goals way up here with us thinking that that's what everybody is doing, compared to where other people, they were actually down here doing maybe a half or like a quarter as much as what it was, and so that's where we were like, well, that's you set yourself right here, but if you set here, you might hit here, but it's still going to be a heck of a lot higher than here.
Oh, absolutely.
It's all about like a manipulation, you want to say, maybe almost, but it's a good manipulation because the people that you're counting on are expecting this much. And so you're going to shoot for that much. But if you are to set your own goals and you're like, I just want to end here and I'm comfortable, but then we expect this much more, you're like, all right, well, shit. Should probably shoot for that.
Well, there's constantly things kind of in my life that kind of keep adding to the goals and kind of making it higher and higher. Like I know my fiance, she wants to, she was thinking about going back to school, getting her master's, I think. And, I'd love to be able to say, hey, go ahead, do that. Don't worry about it. I got the money, I got the financials. Go ahead, go back to school, get your thing going. Mm-hmm. And I'm not in a position to do that at the moment, but I know that I will be here in the future. Yeah. And I think, again, it just goes back to how amazing I think this job is. Like, seriously, if you guys think about getting into sales, just do it. Just make that jump, because it's the most beneficial thing that's ever happened to me. I mean, I got engaged, I got my truck. Next step is a house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to think that I would ever even be in a position, if you would have told me 2 years ago that I would be in a position where I could start thinking about getting a house, I would have called you stupid. I'd have said you were totally off base. Like, there is no way.
Yeah. Well, and unfortunately, in today's market, there's a lot of people who are in that place where their income is capped.
Yeah.
And so they just don't even have the ability to make more money. And that's one of the benefits of being in, sales or just a position where it's a performance-based job, not an hourly based pay. Shifting gear, I don't know. Do you have anything?
No, yeah, I guess I know. Question based off because you're competitive, you tend to.
I can get pretty aggressive. I've even had.
You guys are not seeing the side of Matt that we've all seen. One day, maybe you will. He's being
nice.
very not Matt.
Even one of our new guys was telling me the other day. He was like, "You're kind of aggressive, man. Like when you see another, you're competitive. When you see another roofing company or you see a sign or something, I'm like, yeah, that's how I make my living, dude. It's trying to help as many people as I can.
Yeah. So your background is in sports as well, and you love working out is another thing. You that's all you ever talk about. All you ever do when you get on a roof is pose like a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Like you all these funny things. Again, you guys haven't seen it, but what has that done for you as far as like fitness and I guess you went from playing football to now.
Yeah.
Like tell us a little bit about that.
So going into kind of sports, obviously, I grew up, I think I was like 1 year old and there's a picture of me with like a football in my hand in that Broncos jersey, right?
I mean, your middle name is
Dion.
Dion.
I'm named after
Deion Sanders.
Yeah, I'm named after Deion Sanders, right? So I mean,
I'm finding this out now.
Yeah. But so I mean, I kind of had no choice. But I think growing up, I was put in t-ball, baseball, different sports, and I didn't like any of them except for football. In fact, when I played t-ball, I just wanted to tackle the other kids. So I got in trouble for that in the game. But I mean, it was such a big part of my life, and one thing that I didn't really grow up with like a real father figure in my life. So having those coaches and other guys around it helped solidify that part of like my life growing up. And so I'm thankful for every coach I've ever had. They've always taught me something, how to be a man, how to be a good person, as well as take care of my body. But there was a transitional period from not playing football that much in high school to then not playing any. And I think that was kind of like where I was at my lowest in life, because I went from having this, growing up I wanted to be in the NFL. And so when you have that dream kind of squashed by your own doing and kind of just the reality of everything, it takes a toll. It definitely takes a mental toll. I went from, I think in high school I was about 240, 245-ish to I blew up to about 320. And there was one day where, I was getting out of the shower, looked at myself in the mirror, didn't like the way I looked. I mean, I was losing my hair. I was severely overweight. I wasn't happy. Didn't feel good. It hurt anytime I tried to pick something up. I was like, I need to make a change. And it's like, okay, well, I know how to work out. I know how to weight lift. And then, I started doing that. And it's like, oh, well, I can't push myself as hard as I need to. Let me do some more research on this. And that's when I really started getting into, true weightlifting and, bodybuilding and everything, and not just football lifting, not just sports, kind of the high school, squat 4 times a day, four times a week, excuse me. You're gonna hurt yourself if you do that.
Yeah.
But and I kind of just started slowly started decreasing my calories, and everything lost a bunch of weight. I think I'm about 260 right now, unfortunately, but I gotta.
You said you were
I was 320.
320. That's a lot of weight to lose.
Yeah. Well, during Edgar's wedding, I was 230, I think. And so I lost almost 100 pounds in the span of a year, and it was.
Dang.
It was. It took a lot of hard work and dedication. It was. I think I was able to draw from my football experience of just kind of keep pushing. I remember my coaches would always tell me, it's fourth quarter. 4th and 2, you make a play, save the game, make a play. And so every time, it's when I woke up and be like, I don't really feel like going to the gym. I don't really feel like doing anything today. You make it happen. Yeah, just do it. You just make the play. Make it happen for yourself. Because if no one's going to come and save you, I think, is kind of the mindset that I had at the time, was no one's coming to help you. No one can work out for you. No one can, put the correct food in your mouth. No one can, put the work in for you. It has to be you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I think that was when my mindset really started truly changing. I built up that habit of saying that to myself. And some people have kind of, when I've told them about this, they've been like, oh, well, it's pretty negative. It's like, well, it's not negative. It's to me, it's hopeful and inspirational because it's like, well, I want to get out of this hole I dug for myself.
Yeah.
No one's coming to help me. I guess I'll just start climbing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the biggest thing that working out and fitness has given to me is obviously doing more research. I've been injured. Pro tip, guys, don't try to deadlift 560 pounds on 2 hours of sleep. You'll probably hurt yourself. That happened to me because I couldn't sleep one night and just decided, I'm just going to go hit deadlift. So don't ever do that. But
so it taught you a lot of response, how to just do things
on my own.
On your own, without relying on somebody to tell you what to do. And I think that's one of the biggest things about fitness. It also taught us is the discipline and the just it's a part of mental health too, in my opinion. So I guess where are you at now? Where do you see yourself going with your fitness, with your career, with the decisions that you're making? You've made a lot of progress, and we're both very proud of you. I think we've expressed that, and we've had a bro moment between all of us and just told you how proud we are of what you've done. Yeah. And we're excited to see what you continue to do, truthfully. And where are you at now?
Oh, absolutely. Well, right now it's as far as career wise, it's gonna stick it out. Not stick it out. That sounds bad, but I just want to again, like I said, I'm on the upward swing right now, and I want to keep that going. I don't want to stop. I don't want to cap myself.
Yeah.
Again, like I've told you guys a bunch of times, I love training the new guys. Like that's I'm born to teach and and pour into others and grow other people. So I think that's what I want to do. Because, again, for a while I wanted to do personal training. But the money wasn't really there. Couldn't really pay my bills with that.
Yeah.
But I definitely can. I'm still getting to be a teacher and able to mentor and help people out with all the knowledge and experience that I have in this industry so far. Which isn't a lot, but I feel like I've gone through a lot of ups and downs in this industry. Yeah. Already.
Well, I mean, I think the last 3 weeks, you're at like 150,000 in sales.
Yeah,
you're doing really well.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
In 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, it's
you put it in perspective, and right now it's a new month, but you're already halfway to 100.
Yeah.
And you were signing contracts like daily. I'm like, dude, Jesus.
I'm going to sign a contract in about 2 hours.
Right? Last week was one of my peaks. In a while.
Yeah, you guys all kicked my butt last week.
But I guess we're excited for you and to see what you do. What about you, man? Been a little quiet over here.
I was just listening to Matt, listening to what he's done. I mean, obviously, us being in the fitness, like fitness has been throughout our journey, specifically. I mean, that's how we literally met all of the people that's, brought us to where we are today. Like every industry that we've been in, it's all led back to, who we knew in the gym, who we talked to in the gym. And I think that it comes with a certain mentality, that brings with the type of people that you meet. People who are willing to work hard. You said something, when you were talking about your fitness career, that I definitely have resonated with, but nobody's coming to get you. Yeah. Nobody's coming to save you. I heard it on another podcast, or I think it was like an Instagram reel. But the moment that a boy becomes a man is when he realizes that nobody's coming to save him.
Exactly.
And he's got to do it himself. And I don't think that there's anything more empowering for a dude at least than to know that it's like, nobody's coming to get you. You got to do this yourself. But then that's like also the most freeing thought, because you don't have to rely on anybody else to pull your own weight except you. And then if you get that right, then you can help pull somebody else's weight. And it's a fantastic, upward climb. So I think that's, fantastic that you've hit that point. You've hit that realization. I've definitely hit that in my life. Many different times, where it's not just one time that you hit that. I think it's a daily, growth.
Oh, yeah.
My saying whenever I am struggling with something is, stop being a little bitch. Literally every time I'm like, and then I'll ask my wife, I'll be like, am I being a little bitch? Yeah. And she's like, I don't know. Are you being? I'm like, I think I am. So I'm like, God, like no,
Can't do that.
This ain't happening.
Can't do that.
So yeah, no, it's really really good when you get to that point where you're like, you know,
absolutely.
I'm a man. You gotta figure it out.
You gotta you gotta figure out a way to like motivate yourself to get started. But motivation dies eventually, and you just gotta find a reason to keep going to keep yourself motivated. Like I mean, Edgar, you've seen when we've hit a workout together that I take extreme measures to keep myself motivated to do things.
Funniest thing ever. Well, so, he slapped himself, and I was just like standing behind him, waiting for him to do a squat. And we have like, I don't even know, we're up in the 200s. I don't know, like 285 or something. Yeah. And he gets under, and I thought he was about to go, but he like steps back again, and he slaps himself in the face. I was like, what the fuck? I've never worked out with anybody that's
well, because at that time that was when I'd hurt my back, and so I think it was like my first time back squatting after my injury, so I was like, just get it done. Just get under the weight, just get down and up, that's all you got to do. And I was like, I started, for me, when I go to do a squat, I mentally sometimes like bring myself out of it, so I just got to bring myself there. And I found the way, it started with the weight room in high school and football.
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting way to get it going. Normally it's like somebody else slapping you or whatever. It just
hey, no one's coming to get you, man. Got to slap yourself.
I was gonna help it. Yeah. Should have been like, no, but yeah. I guess to, you know, we're gonna run out of time here shortly, but I guess we can go over what the plans are moving forward. Yeah. We're gonna get back on the train with the podcast, bringing on guests. We've done a lot of networking. We're doing a lot of different things as far as the business goes, and I'm really excited. Our team is growing. We're gonna probably be relocating our office to a retail spot, to be determined. Trucks getting wrapped. There's a lot of things happening, really cool things happening. And
I'm ecstatic for my truck to get wrapped. I'm ecstatic, man. It's going to look beautiful.
Yeah, and a bunch of things. So I guess, what do you guys want to share about like what we've been doing, and then, you know, kind of what to expect out of this whole thing? Dang it, I keep hitting this.
Yeah. Well, as far as, you know, what I've got going on, I mean, it's similar to what you've got going on. We're, you know, on this, you know, we're all on this, you know, on this boat together here. It's going to be a big push in ending this sales season, you know, hard. I'm going to aim to do $1 million in sales myself, which I got pretty close last year. I think I was 100 off. But this year I know that I can definitely hit that 1 million, hopefully a little bit over. That's just for me, but I plan on, you know, it's been difficult for me to step into, which I'm incredibly grateful for you, Matt, because I haven't been able to step into a leadership training position, because of all of dealing with my own clients and things like that. So, but I do plan on getting out into the field more with you guys and getting to know these guys as well as you have gotten to know them, which is kind of pathetic saying, given that I'm an owner, you know, that I don't know these guys as well as you do. But again, it just showcases your leadership in what you've done. So that's my plan. And then, you know, personal plans, I've got plenty of those, but to be determined.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, cough, cough.
They will reveal themselves soon enough.
As time goes, things will happen.
They'll reveal themselves. So
no, I'm pumped for you. We're approaching all the cool seasons and everything. Everything's about to change to Halloween and whatnot. So we're really excited about that. But as far as you goes, your just focus is on getting the team going forward. But yeah, we're gonna bring on more guests. Mm-hmm. As we kind of go, we just wanted to get one out there because it's been, I don't know how long, 3 months, Selby? Somewhere around there.
More.
A long time. And we're excited to get things going. And we think, I'm just really pumped. But with that, I don't know, do you guys have anything else you guys want to share? Any recent knowledge that you want to just close off with?
I guess all I want to say is that I am stoked to get married. I'm excited.
Congratulations, man.
Dude, I'm pumped. Yeah. Finally. Took me way too long to figure it out.
10 years in the making?
10 years in the making.
No, that's... The fact that it's happening is awesome. You've already left us with plenty of words of wisdom, so... That,
with that being said, I think we're.
Do you want to sign us out, Matt,
Sign
with
us
a
out?
flex?
Don't. See you then. Jeez. Okay, well, that's a sign up. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. We'll have another guest. We have a few lined up. Some presidents of chambers of commerce in the area, as well as some real estate agents and a few other people that we have been talking to. And we're just excited to bring them on and get to know more about real estate, what it's like to be a CEO of a chamber of commerce, and we'll see who else we run into. But we'll catch you guys on the next one.